welcome to your bi-weekly love reading from February 15th through the, I was going to say 31st, 28th. We have a short month this month. Yes, welcome to your reading. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Please, that would really help me out. Be sure to comment and click the bell icon next to the red subscribe button on my channel to get notified whenever I do upload a new video or playlist. For your reading today, Taurus, I'm using the Steampunk Tarot right here as your primary tarot deck. I will be clarifying with the Jacoli Tarot Mini, and at the end of your reading, pulling a guidance message. This is the Rumi Oracle. Oh no, this is not the Rumi, sorry. I did the Rumi Oracle last time. I'm using the Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland for this bi-weekly reading. So we're going to get started here by shuffling your cards and laying out your spread. Let's get started. Alright, Taurus, we're going to go ahead and get started here. And this reading is for all Taurus suns, Taurus moons, Taurus risings. Taurus is on the cusp, on the house cusp, and also if you have your Venus in Taurus. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus man, or this can represent your energy. I'm seeing someone who's very reliable, hardworking. I often see this as someone who's plodding along. Slow progress here. You may also have a secret admirer who is another earth sign. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo male energy. We'll see if it comes out in your reading, Spirit. What are the bi-weekly love messages for Taurus? We have the Star, sign of Aquarius. Many of you are feeling very optimistic. I'm also seeing rejuvenation, renewal, spiritual renewal. A lot of you have come through a difficult period and your stars are now shining. You really start to, you're focused on your path ahead and you see where you need to go now. So this is really beautiful energy. We'll see if it comes out in your reading. Spirit, what are the bi-weekly love messages for the sign of Taurus, Taurus suns, Taurus moons, Taurus risings, and Taurus on the cusp, and those that have their Venus in Taurus? What do they need to know? A couple more shuffles here, guys. And please, if you don't like to watch me shuffle on camera, you can always skip ahead to the reading. Feel free to timestamp my reading as well for those of you who are going to help out. But you guys know I always do shuffle on camera. Always have, always will. It's the only way to go. Otherwise, how do you know if your tarot reader can be trusted or relied upon? Right? Alright, one more shuffle here for Taurus, Taurus. Bi-weekly love messages for Taurus. Current situation, what is a challenge for you? This is going to be your foundation, what you may be thinking or feeling up here. Your recent past, your near future. Bottom of the deck, I saw this card while I was shuffling. The Ten of Wands in reverse. Someone may be, sometimes this can indicate dumping someone. I hate to say it like that, but it really can. It can also say that you've put too many things on your plate and you need to pivot and refocus your energy. Okay, some of you could be dealing with a fire sign energy. Fire sign maybe has decided that they cannot no longer move forward with you in a particular relationship. Either way, I'm seeing that we need to put down a burden here. We need to change directions. Okay, something has become too much of something. Underneath that, we have the Five of Cups. I do see someone mourning a loss here. This can indicate someone being dumped and having to move forward without that person. Now, remember, everything happens for a reason, and being dumped is not a good feeling. It's never a good feeling. But it's usually more a reflection of the other person than it is on us. If we choose to take everything in life personally, yes, it's going to be painful. But if we can recognize the value that we provide in relationships, we might understand that maybe that person wasn't right for us in the first place. And we do have gifts to offer others. We have love to offer. So that usually means there's someone else better out there anyway. So the cards are just saying, you know, it is time to move on in a new direction. Maybe not with this person, maybe not at this time. But I do see someone getting over mourning a loss. So let's see what your cards have to say. Justice, sign of Libra. Some of you may have Libra in your charts. Could be dealing with a marriage, divorce, settlement, court settlement, etc. Challenge is the Tower. Wow, lots of major arcana. I've been noticing tons of major arcana in my readings. So yeah, planetary forces at work for sure. Ten of Cups in reverse, root of the situation or your foundation. Your recent past, you have the Fool, sign of Aries. Near future, I also can see this as a Virgo energy sometimes. Near future, you have the Five of Swords. I forgot to turn this card over. Your thoughts and feelings, you have the Six of Wands. That's interesting. Normally I do turn over that card first, but whatever. I'm a little bit weird today. For some reason, energies are a little bit strange today. Really interesting reading so far. I mean, interesting cards, not interesting reading. We'll start with your current situation, which is Justice. Whenever I see this card, I have to say it. All is fair in love and war. Justice is about being emotionally detached from a situation. It's also saying you got what you deserved. And sometimes it doesn't feel that way, but it is also, justice represents the law of karma. Alright, so you are reaping your karma right now. You're going into the middle of February. You are going to be receiving some karma. Now, this is about evening out the scales here. So what I'm seeing is that you, by being emotionally detached from a situation, are bringing balance to your relationships. If that means that you need to step away, if that means that you need to hold back, if that means that you need to allow the universe to take care of something for you, karmically speaking, that's what's going to happen, and it will be fair. Your challenge is the Tower. It's coming up, yeah, in the upright position. Could be a separation, something very shocking and surprising. The Tower basically says that whatever is going to happen will happen right before your eyes. It could be, like I said, a separation, a breakup, a divorce, something very explosive, something that's definitely going to rock your world. We can go ahead and clarify that in a minute. I already have some clues here as to what is going on. For some of you, the root of the situation, we have the Ten of Cups in reverse. This is separation. It can also be family issues, a loss of emotional security. So I'm definitely seeing possibly a breakup here. Whatever emotional security existed in a relationship, it's now gone. I'm seeing issues relating to a partner here. Someone wants to bring down the Tower. I feel like you want justice. I feel like you want things to be equal. But things are not equal at this time. Okay, you, by emotionally detaching yourself from the situation, are creating balance. But still, you have to deal with, why is this Tower coming down? Why are we dealing with this? It has to do with the lack of emotional security you're getting in a relationship. That's pure and simple what I'm saying. Okay, in the recent past, you have the Fool. I'm seeing may have jumped into something without thinking. Also, I'm seeing new beginnings. In that case, that's very good. The Fool does not have, see, he carries this little, what do you call it? Those are his only belongings. In this case, he's the guy from Mary Poppins who cleans out the chimneys. He's a chimney sweeper, right? So, married fellow, like, has a small companion here, but adventurous. I see you being adventurous. I see you taking a leap of faith, putting your trust into the universe, allowing yourself to be adventurous. I feel like the tone has kind of gone a little bit more serious. This might have been going on for you in the last couple of days. It may have been going on for you prior to like the beginning of February. But we do have a lot of major arcana here, so it makes me think that there is some serious stuff going on right now. Some of you are dealing with a court case, legal situation, that could be affecting your significant other, your family. Something happened maybe where you were recently separated. I hate to say this, I am getting someone got deported here, and I know that that is a serious issue going on right now in the United States. I'm sorry if that is something that's happened to you recently, because it is absolutely horrendous. But I'm seeing someone here suddenly getting separated because of legal issues, so maybe immigration status, etc. What you may be thinking and feeling, you have a Six of Wands. Alright, so this is about getting recognition or validation from external resources. So we have a man riding into town, victorious. This is the laurel wreath here, the victory wreath. So some of you are feeling validated by this experience. Some of you are feeling like you did everything you could and you're feeling really good. This is also a card about leadership, being honorable. A lot of these cards here speak to you being honorable in a situation, you upholding the law, or you doing what you thought was right. So you should be looking good, feeling good for the rest of, going into the rest of February. You may also be getting a lot of attention. You may be receiving some attention from other people, admirers, etc. It's possible that also some of you have won a court case. It came out in your favor. Okay, even though it was very sudden and very shocking, you actually did come out the winner in maybe a divorce settlement or court case. So, I don't realize why it's so dark. Okay, I might be able to adjust the camera here so it's not so dark. There we go. Going into the near future, how's that? Are we still recording here? Yeah. Going into the near future, sorry about that, we have the Five of Swords. So, this card is P-E-T-T-Y, petty. It's about petty arguments, petty hassles, petty struggles. Normally, this is about, here we have 3 people. It could be involving you and 2 other people. And you see how they're both holding these swords. These are like little daggers here. So it's kind of like either you are defending yourself against some people that are jealous and want what you have, or you're one of the, it depends how you see yourself in the situation. Personally, I feel like you're going to be involved in some kind of conflict going into the end of February, and it's probably going to rub you the wrong way, I'm not going to lie. It's going to be an exchange of words. It's going to be some kind of a communication, and there are no winners. That's why it's petty. P-E-T-T-Y, petty. So, yes, let's go in and clarify some of these cards. I want to know why the Tower is coming up in the challenge position. Why is the Tower coming up in challenge position for Taurus? We have the Ten of Wands. So this has to do with, yes, you are successful. Yes, someone is successful here, but typically this is a card of duties, burdens, and obligations. Having too much on your plate. Things get very complicated very fast. It's also about feeling oppressed, feeling burdened. So something has gotten to the point where you're reaching a 10. You're reaching the end of a cycle here. Why is the Tower coming up in the challenge position? Alright, so someone is feeling very stressed out here is what I'm seeing. They are trying to meet all the demands. Seven of Swords. This can be a card of deception, cheating. Someone may be leaving a situation or sneaking off. It's also possible someone got caught doing something that they weren't supposed to be doing at work. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords. This could have to be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. The Knight of Swords is very goal-directed energy. He or she goes after what they want. They're very dispassionate, so usually they mean what they say, but they can come off as a little bit cold sometimes. Not cold, but maybe insensitive. So, I'm feeling like someone brought down the Tower here. It might have been an air sign, it might have been a fire sign. I sense that someone was feeling very burdened, overly obligated. They could have been trying to sneak away. They try to do something deceptive. But it feels like it was a very decisive thing that happened here with the Tower. Why is the the Justice card again? Why is the Ten of Cups reversed in the foundation of Taurus's reading? Why is the Ten of Cups coming up reversed? By the way, you do have a lot of tens in your reading, so coming to the end of the cycle. Nine of Cups. Well, this has to do with pleasure, satisfaction, feeling satisfied. Also, the Nine of Cups is a card of hedonism. In this card, a little girl, there's a woman taking a bubble bath. So this has to do with personal satisfaction. What brings you pleasure? What makes you happy? All right, if maybe that did exist at one point, but normally it's a good card to get. So I do see pleasure here. I do see enjoying food more than friends, enjoyment, but something must have happened along the way here. We have the Devil, sign of Capricorn, lust, temptation. Sometimes it's things that we feel like we're chained to, we can't help ourselves. It can indicate codependency or someone who has an addiction of some kind. Whatever it is, it's doing something that feels good but you know is not good for you. Some of you may have been dealing with a Capricorn who was like this. In which case, I feel like this person is being very selfish, or they just wanted you for their own pleasure. Let's see. This may have been a physical relationship only. Knight of Cups. This person is following their heart. This person may also be someone who falls in love very quickly. I'm seeing someone who's like the poet, the lover. We're definitely dealing with someone who is offering love. But it feels like in both of these cards, it may have just been a one-time thing. It's possible. Let's see, why is the Five of Swords coming up in the near future for Taurus? How are we doing on time here? Okay. Why is the Five of Swords coming up in the future for Taurus? Why is the Five of Swords coming up in the future for Taurus? What is this Five of Swords Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is someone who gives off the impression they don't need anyone. It's your bachelor or bachelorette. It can also indicate, in this card, in this deck, the Nine of Pentacles is a woman holding a swan. So I kind of feel like the swan is a symbol of luxury. This could be a fight over money, or fight over like wanting to like be single or something like that. Someone wanting their independence. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is like not about wanting to share. It can also be a stingy energy, like not wanting to open up to other people. An unwillingness to maybe share of yourself, maybe keeping to yourself, or wanting to keep to the status quo. This can also indicate some kind of a possessiveness, like what's mine is mine, you know, type of thing. And let's see, why is the Five of Swords coming up in the future? This even could be a battle of about resources over money, potentially. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is about biding your time. So yes, there could be some selfish, petty energy here. But the Nine of Wands is like about biding your time. So you may be choosing to ignore the elephant in the room here. I see someone that feels wounded, and they do feel like they've been through hell and back. The Five of Swords can also just be like your attitude, the way that you approach, the way that you are interacting with people, other people, with that people are interacting with you. Perhaps other people are interacting with you in a way that makes you want to close down a little bit. I do see someone spending more time alone, and possibly just biding their time, trying to ignore the drama. In which case, that's really good. But it does feel like, you know, the root of the situation was something that was toxic anyway, that wasn't good for you. Could be something you jumped into blindly. You didn't have maybe all the information up front. Either way, the cards are saying that, you know, I see you maybe being a little bit more conservative with your energy and how much you share of yourself going into the future. I'm also seeing someone who could be leaving a relationship, a marriage, etc., and going off and being single, or giving off the impression that they don't need anyone. All right, Taurus, we're going to go ahead and pull your guidance message. Spirit, what is Taurus's guidance message? I did see one card there, but it didn't completely jump out at me, so I'll keep shuffling here. What is Taurus's guidance message for? Two cards came out. We have the daydreams and decisions and refusing to see. So, the daydreams and decisions card resonates with the Seven of Cups. This is similar to, it does say you have like some decisions to make. You may have a lot of options and feel like you have a lot of choices, but this is also about how you make decisions. How are you making decisions, right? You may need to narrow down some choices here. You may need to stop going into fantasy land. Start maybe noticing the reality around you. But I'm also seeing that some of the people you're dealing with are offering you something that's real, and some of you are dealing with people that are offering you something that is completely false. That's nothing. So how are you deciding? How are you discerning who is good to be around and who is not good to be around? Because with the refusing to see card, this is needing to open your third eye. There's something that you are unwilling to look at, either within yourself or within a specific relationship. So let's talk about that card. card is the Two of Swords. Resonates with the Two of Swords, actually. Where is it? Where is it? Here. So, keywords are assess, decide, impasse, honesty. This card speaks about how important it is to see relationships as they really are, Taurus, rather than how you'd like them to be, right? This kind of resonates with that, the daydreams and decisions, the kind of being in a fantasy world here, but how are you deciding who's really good for you? How are you making these important decisions about who to keep in your life? This is not always an easy or comfortable thing to do. However, in order to make correct decisions in a relationship, you must be clear about it. Are you maintaining the status quo? Right, I was just talking about that. Are you maintaining the status quo even though the current situation may not meet your needs? Are you at an emotional impasse in a matter of the heart? Because the Two of Swords is about being at an impasse. At this time, you may be withdrawing emotionally from a relationship or the need to make a decision regarding that relationship. This does not serve your best interests. You must open your eyes and your heart to the truth, right? And your third eye here. Open your eyes and your heart to the truth. By honestly assessing the situation, you'll know just what you need to do. By honestly assessing the situation. Knowing the truth will make your decision easier and will lead you to more fulfilling relationships. All right. So, no more putting off the Tower. No more putting off. No more being wishy-washy. Time to open our eyes, right? Be honest with yourself. Is this relationship meeting my needs or not? If it's not, it's gotta go. Right? Of course, I know life is not always that easy, nor is it that cut and dry. But then again, this is your bi-weekly love reading. Thank you for tuning in. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment. If you'd like a private reading, I am available to do those. Click below in the description. You'll find my website and scheduling app listed. Also, I'm doing general mid-month readings, not love readings, but a general mid-month reading over on my Patreon page. Please join me over on Patreon, link below in the description if you'd like to receive a general reading from me this month. I'll be putting those out next week. Thank you so much for watching, and take good care of yourselves. Goodbye.